here's Adam Sandler and Kevin James.
Thank you.
This one. Come on,
this is for the troops overseas. Gentlemen,
I'm just going to say, I think that might be the best command I've ever seen. Kevin James and Adam Sandler doing it their own way. They said it'd be great. That sure was.
We are green at Michigan.
That's about the prettiest starts I've seen in a long time.
Junior jumped out of line right there at the very end, but other than that, these guys just stayed in line.
Oh, man, he's a little bit loose there. Jamie McMurray on the high side. Got the car a little bit sideways, but hung on to it, and he's leading.
The aggression pays off for Jamie McMurray. Another front row start for him here in 2010. Looked good coming down the back straightaway, but Kurt Busch, the pole sitter, rallying back on the inside. McMurray all clear off 4. He will lead lap 1. They are 3 deep back near the 10th position. Problems on the front straightaway brings out our first caution of the day. It's Marcus Ambrose sliding through the infield grass. You talk about a driver that was outstanding in 2009, that has fought every possible issue this season. You have it in driver 47.
See what happened? Well, he was saving it and he got tagged. I mean, he actually had it saved, and that other car, I couldn't tell who that was, just came up and tagged him in the left rear, and that's all it was.
Tony Stewart, Kurt Busch on the front row. Stewart took only 2 tires on that exchange of pit stops, and we are back under green.
Stewart spun the tires a little bit there on that restart. Didn't lose too much on the 2. Here's where the 2 gets a run.
Yeah.
Just like a freight train.
And the bad part, where you really feel bad, is being Tony Stewart on that inside. You know you went to the gas 3 car lengths quicker than he did. But that outside line and the momentum that's built up, it just carries you, man.
Yeah.
And now we have caution. Debris caution. It's our second of the day. It happens at lap 47. The restart comes. Kurt Busch, the leader in the outside lane.
Hamlin's going to drive it in there. He's been really, really good down on the bottom, but he's just got to get enough to clear him, and I'd be moving up right now. Yeah, he's been really good at driving that car down on the bottom, and he pulled that one off.
Yeah, his car really rolls into the corner and to the center of the corner and almost through the center, where he can go to the gas really early.
Denny Hamlin, the new race leader.
Green flag pit stops underway here at the Michigan International Speedway. Dale Earnhardt Jr., as we've seen several times in the last few minutes, when an extremely loose race car, they do an air pressure adjustment. He said he wanted to clean the grill. A little bit worried about the oil temperature, Ralph.
Marty, we've got Casey Kane pitting as well. He's going to take a little wedge out to loosen him back up. He says when the sun comes out, the car gets even looser. Now, they've had temperature issues all day, too. You can see some fluid spewing out of the car, Matt, as they battle to keep this car cool.
Four leaders hitting pit road. The 99 of Carl Edwards. They're going to make a wedge adjustment on that Ford. A little further up pit road, the 2 of Kurt Busch. They're going to backtrack a little bit. Take the track bar adjustment out. They made the last stop. They made a wedge adjustment to help on entry, and also an air pressure change as well.
Cycle green flag stops began at lap 88.
Uh-oh, no
problems for Hamlin.
Still running. It may have picked up air in the pits.
Ooh, that's going to cost him the lead.
The reason we're under caution, the 83 of Casey Mears into his teammate, the 82 of Scott Speed.
There's #1 rule when you're teammates. Do not take your teammate out for any reason.
Ralph, David Reagan was a little bit too free. A little bit better that time than it was the time before. 2 tires, Marty. No trouble. David Reagan makes contact with Casey Mears, trying to leave the pits, Marty. Two tires for Tony Stewart, already gone from this end of pit road. Darian Grubb made the call once he saw everybody else take two, Matt.
Absolutely the same call for the 2 of Kurt Busch. He said keep an eye on the 9 since they will be hitting their box first. Let's see what they do. If they go right sides, let's do the same. That's exactly what Kurt Busch did.
It's all Penske front row. That because Sam Hornish Jr. on the outside stayed out under caution and did not pit. Back to green just past halfway at lap 103.
Now, we saw Hornish last week at Pocono get clean air and drive away from...
Oh, look at how sideways the two just got. Denny Hamlin got right underneath him, took the air off the spoiler.
And then
Kurt Busch hangs on.
New race leader in this afternoon's 400-mile event at Michigan, Denny Hamlin, while we were away, driving around Kurt Busch.
Yeah, Denny's just been... He's been the class of the field so far, especially in the middle of the corners. He's really gotten through. He's got a lot of power. He's able to pull this pass off.
And that's a power move right there because he came up off of turn 4 on the bottom, didn't use the draft. He just drove past him.
Ryan Newman on the pit lane, Matt.
That's the past 2 stops on pit road. The 39, one of the first cars to pit. Clean the grill. The car was a little too tight on the last run for Newman.
His stop coming at lap 138. A.J. Allmendinger, Juan Pablo Montoya, Clint Boyer, and his teammate Kevin Harvick making their stop at lap 138 as well. 172 of 200 laps are complete. Denny Hamlin continues to lead his advantage 9.4 seconds over second place Casey Kane. Drivers starting to come in under green. So what is the strategy from here, Larry?
Yeah, Adam, we're within about 6 to 10 laps of what will have to be scheduled green flag stops, which will easily get these guys to the end of the race. I think you look at this 11 car, Denny Hamlin, it's a no-brainer for him with a 9-second lead. You kind of wait till everybody cycles through their green flag stops. You come in, you get 4 tires, you make sure it's full of fuel, just like this one car at McMurray right now.
And Denny Hamlin, what a run he has had after that last pit stop. He had a 4-second lead. He more than doubled that, yarding the competition. You can see Scott Wood has already made the chassis adjustment for Hamlin. They know they've got half of a normal run to go here to the finish, and he's away.
Casey Kane becomes the race leader with Denny Hamlin making his pit stop. But Kane will also have to come to pit road. He has not been there since lap 139. In fact, here he comes right now, Ralph.
He's been loose in and in the center. They're going to take a half round out of the left to rear, make an air pressure adjustment with that car, put a little bit of the wedge back in on this thing, and he should be good to go. Again, you can see the fluid spewing out of that right corner. That pressure of that engine has been so tough with that temperature all day. Now let's see if they can get the 9 to the finish.
Debris on the track. We are under caution for the 4th time today here at Michigan International Speedway. What was a near 10-second lead for Denny Hamlin has completely collapsed.
You've got to go right now. You've got to get a good, clean restart and not get hung up around a lot of other cars. You've got to get some free air.
I'm going to tell you, that 11 got a great restart right there to clear himself to get to that first corner. And I think that's one of the first restarts we've seen him not go in there, or I've seen a restart where guys haven't gone in too wide the first 2.
Top 9 cars on track at the restart did not pit. Jeff Burton restarted in the 10th position. He was the first of those cars on the lead lap to make a pit stop. Hamlin with a great restart. Kane behind him in 2nd, and Kurt Busch able to get around Jeff Gordon for 3rd. Denny Hamlin just about midway down the back straightaway. A lap and a half from getting his 2nd victory in a row. He was dominant in getting the checkers last week at Pocono.
And we're watching this race because this is the best race. You know, I mean, Denny has really checked out on everybody. The first 5, 6, 7 cars, they're just in line. You see how far he's pulled away from the 9 car and how far the 9 car's pulled away from the 2. And so on. I mean, these guys are spaced just about the same.
White flag for Denny Hamlin. 1 lap to go to getting the win here today at Michigan.
You know, 2 or 3 races ago, Denny in Victory Lane, or on the radio when the race was over, he said, all we do is win. That's what we do. And I'm going to tell you what, since that time, he's backed it up week in and week out. All they do is win.
It was a tough start to 2010 for Denny Hamlin. A win at Martinsville, a knee surgery, and the domination has kicked in. In the last 10 races, no one has been more dominant than Denny Hamlin. And the domination continues today. Win number 5 for Denny Hamlin.
He's been saying that a lot on the radio.
He's been saying that a lot on the radio. That's good.
Way to go.
What a dominating day. What a dominating season. What a statement that sends as far as versatility. This team winning everywhere from a half-mile, 2.5, to even a 2-mile here today.
Yeah, it's just can't thank the fans enough. You know, it's the biggest crowd I've seen here in a long time. Just thank everyone from Michigan International for upgrading the pit areas for us, and it's just been a great year so far. I mean, it's just, you know, it's so easy to drive cars like this, and they make me look good. But I can tell you, it's a work of guys like Mike Ford and the entire 11 team. But can't thank him enough. Sprint, FedEx, and all their employees, the whole 11 team, everyone, JGR, Gillette, Wiley X, just Coca-Cola, everyone who helped support this deal and put it together. And you know, we're going to keep making a run at them.
The only hiccup today really was cutting it almost a little too short on fuel. Were you concerned at all, though, about that final restart? Because anything can happen late in the going, as we've seen this year.
Anything can happen. I knew a caution was coming, so I might as well just back off and save my tires. I knew that debris caution was coming, but you know, we got to do what's right for the fans, and you know, they need to see a great race at the end, and it's just the best car won. That's all you can ask for.